I'm Vanessa Kanbi and this is House and Hustle. And how is the occupancy, do you find? Obviously you were doing it before COVID, maybe COVID affected things, but overall, what sort of occupancy rate do you find?
Oh, very high.
Oh,
very
okay.
high. I mean, during COVID, I closed it off for 6 months. Since I opened up again, it's usually full. Quite often, people book well in advance. So,
oh, wow.
You know, my Christmas bookings were booked like 3 or 4 months ago.
Amazing.
So yes, let's say 75 to 80% occupancy. Sometimes
That's
it's
really
more.
high. So it's
and then
a successful business.
oh yeah, I would say so. I also have repeat guests,
right,
you
yeah.
know, or guests who recommend other people, or people who come, you know, every year and a half and say, Nana, I want to stay at your place, you know. And I've even had guests who, you know, when they couldn't stay, they've stayed in my other home and that's no longer available. And it's like, don't you have anywhere else? And literally, they just want to stay in one of
Somewhere
my
that you've
spaces,
designed.
which is such a compliment, and it's really heartwarming. I almost feel like I have an extended family with many of my guests.
Amazing. And you said you're extending the business actually downstairs. So maybe we can go down there and you can show us what's going on. And then we'll also come back and see the finished product as well.
All right, absolutely.
So is this the way that your Airbnb guests would come in?
Exactly. So they have a separate entrance. So we have one gate and then they have one gate. And so that we have that sense of being separate. But for especially female travelers, it's also nice for them to feel that they can be in a safe compound with other people
actually,
somewhere, you know, a WhatsApp away. The guests upstairs, this is their bedroom up here, and then of course they have use of the terrace that we've seen, and they enter through there, go up the staircase, and then they have their own private space here and use of the terrace.
So can they park here as well?
Yes, and they
that's
do.
Good.
Yes,
That's
those who have
perfect.
cars. Not everybody has a car, but yes, off-street parking. And then I've just been working on this studio space, which is a self-contained space.
Okay.
It used to be a storeroom. 5 weeks ago, it was a storeroom. And it was a storeroom that has housed all sorts of things, from memorabilia to letters to everything, but literally everything but the kitchen sink over the last 30 years.
Oh, so I'm excited to see what you've managed to do in 5 weeks so far.
Okay.
And then you were saying that you want to finish it by this Saturday.
Yes.
So this Saturday.
Yes.
So in like a couple of days.
Yeah.
Or the following.
No, this
This
Saturday.
Saturday.
So yeah, 6 weeks. It will have taken me 6 weeks. That was like my project. Like, this room can be transformed
In 6
weeks.
Okay, let's check it out. Was the storeroom like this, or you've added parts?
Oh, not at all. No, it wasn't. Literally, the storeroom ended here. So I've doubled the size of the space. We extended out here. I knocked out 2 walls, made sure this pillar, which was a supporting pillar, was strengthened because it was, you know, the building is what is considered in Ghanaian terms an old building built in 1965. I keep saying, have you been to the Sistine Chapel? Have you been to the Colosseum? You say this building is old. But anyway, it was built with iron rods and there's been some corrosion and so on. So in knocking out walls, I needed to make sure this was strengthened. So I sought the help of a structural engineer. So it's literally doubled in size in
almost
5 weeks.
Yeah. You could probably build a house then in that time, I'm thinking, like, because this is, I mean, somebody could live in here.
Well, I don't know about building a house in 5 weeks, but I'm trying to create a space that feels like a mini house. So here we are. Literally, the building, the storeroom was this space that you see here. Just this space here. So that didn't exist, this bit didn't exist. So what I wanted to do is to create a space where you could see nature all around. So that's the idea of having like a clerestory window effect all the way around.
Yeah, I really like that.
So as a result, The bathroom is a little different because there are no walls that go all the way up to the top in the bathroom. And I wanted that effect because I wanted to be able to see the palm trees from the bed. So this is a huge window. You know I'm a great lover. I have to have some huge window somewhere. And there would be more huge windows here if not for the privacy factor, because I had to consider that other people would be walking up the stairs and so on. So I couldn't have a big window here, but I could have it at the back.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to do is to create a little sort of like Zen garden where people could sit, read, have breakfast, do yoga, because I consider the fact that quite a few of my guests seem to, like to sit yoga and do namaste in a corner somewhere. So instead of having more green, which I would normally like, I decided to create the green vertically and around the edge, and then have enough space for people to sit, exercise, have more of a spa feel, have occasional massage, and have it in the privacy of your own space, have breakfast. Or sit and read. You can go into the bathroom if you like.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
So, so the bathroom is coming in here. Yes, and I wanted something that was clean, that felt clean and was earthy, so there's going to be accents of wood. When you stand here, you can see the wood of the windows. I'm going to add more wood, and then everything else clean and simple. I think that's my general design aesthetic. So when I was designing the space, I had in mind everything that I needed in the space. TVs coming here, console, drawers, etc. I had a vision in my mind, and I also had my room upstairs and other rooms that I've done as a benchmark for how people use the space. The only thing that was missing was a wardrobe. Where do I put the wardrobe? I didn't want to put it here to block the view from here. I didn't want to put it there to block. So I really had nowhere for the wardrobe. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to punch a hole in the wall and have the wall sticking out from the outside and create my wardrobe. With the proviso that the tree that I had planted on the outside was not touched. So the mason was given strict instructions. We can extend out, but no further than the tree. And it's worked out. So this is going to be where the wardrobe is. So this is actually the frame for a big mirror.
Oh, so there's going to be a mirror there?
There's going to be a mirror here. And because it doesn't touch the ground, it gives the impression that it is actually a mirror. Yeah. Because you still see the skirting and you see the wall. So it will just be like you've hung a big mirror here.
That is so cool. And yeah, it was a good idea just to like go through the wall. Some people might have just thought, oh, never mind, we'll just put it here. But you wanted to keep that aesthetic.
Yes, exactly.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Exactly.
Not through.
Yes. So that's how that worked.
Very nice.
I'm planting here so that when you're inside, the desk is here. The desk has already been done out of another piece of wood. Okay. And so then I'm going to have plants growing up to this height here. So that's the view from where you're, but they're going to be upright plants here, and then a seating area here, so to come out here, and then plants and pebbles around here. And then I'm going to do something with the floor. I don't know what yet, but some paint effect on the floor.
I mean, it's a nice size.
And then I'm just going to cover this so that it's disguised, but of course I have to do something here so that the air can also come through. So I'll work on something just to cover this space, and maybe have a little table here or closet cabinet thing where you can, put your juice and your drinks and so on.
So in addition to the studio, you were saying you're maybe going to build some more units?
Yes, I mean, that is my dream. If I get funding, I need investment.
Oh, okay.
But my idea is we've got so much space at the back, and literally there's nothing there but staff quarters and a garage and the washing line. So, and it's huge. So my dream is to be able to create 3 or 4 spaces that have the same kind of aesthetic, that organic Zen, being at one with nature, the sound of birds, trickling water. Okay, so you didn't make it to Thailand, but you're here, don't worry.
Or Santorini. I was getting Santorini vibes actually inside a little bit as well.
Fantastic. I'm happy. If you could feel like you're in Santorini in the middle of airport residential area, then that's it. I've done my job.
So here we are 5 days later. Thanks for having me back.
Great pleasure, Vanessa.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the transformation that's taken place. How has it been these last 5 days?
I've been up till late at night, started early in the morning, and it's been like non-stop for the last 5 days to get the garden and the space ready in time for you. Actually, you are my incentive.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so welcome.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice. I actually love it. Wow. Honestly, when we were here the other day, I thought, not sure it's going to be finished by Saturday. And then I even messaged you this morning, like, should we go ahead with the shoot?
I said, come on down. I'm ready for you. So I put together the final touches actually this morning.
Oh, it's really nice.
But here we are in the space. We've got a little garden area here, which we can go and have a look at.
You've done so much.
Little desk area here, and I've actually tried as much as possible to work with local artisans, so the furniture is made with me, and you know, I've used my basic design and I've worked with artisans, so there's nothing that's been bought from a shop. The bed was made, the desk was made, the TV cabinet was made, the kitchen area was made with local craftsmen, some of it on the premises.
Love this, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
So is this painted wood, this
Yes.
side, and then this is is it the same wood that's painted, or is
No.
it different? Okay.
This is
it's
actually
different wood.
bamboo plywood here,
Right.
and then solid wood for the drawers.
Do you find it to be more affordable to do it that way, or does it end up being the same sort of price as if you're going to buy from a shop?
It ends up being the same,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
It doesn't, it's not cheaper because we have to consider the cost of the materials, which are not always necessarily cheap here. The bamboo plywood is imported. And then the wood has to be dried, it has to be treated, and then, you know, workmanship as well.
But you get exactly what you want.
Exactly,
in the space.
custom made, unique, and that's very much what I wanted, is something custom made, unique, that really had international appeal, but using local materials, local products. This is a roadside guy who I asked to design this. Everything was made and designed locally, literally everything.
And the mirror wardrobe that you told me about.
Yes, this is the
now
mirror
in
wardrobe
place?
there. It's not finished yet, but the wardrobe will be here.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah,
We've got. Yeah, it really works.
Looks
I
like a
didn't know
mirror, but
how it was going to work, but yeah, no, it looks really good. You would never really know that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the idea. And then from a color point of view, I use this kente cushion as my inspiration for the painting that I did. So I actually customized a painting to suit the space and to go with the cushion. So if you see, all the colors are...
When did you make this painting? Like
between Tuesday and
Oh, was it?
today.
Wow. I mean, like, when people say they can't do things in a short space of time, this is like a testament that you actually can if you want to do it and if you have the drive.
Yeah.
You've even managed to do a painting whilst decorating this whole room. Did you have everything ready to go on Tuesday? You know, everything
No.
to come into the room?
No, this was not finished. This was not finished. The headboard was done, but the bed was finished yesterday. This is an old trunk that I had that I slightly sort of adapted to suit this space. So I sort of washed it with a grey, so it toned in with the space. This was an old chair that I bought on the roadside that I had upholstered. The upholsterer brought it yesterday.
Wow. And then the kitchen
Little
space.
kitchen area.
So you've got it's an electric.
Yes, an electric hob.
induction hob.
I think I'll actually get one which has 2 in case people want a little bit more.
And then I guess
and
you'll
then
have
yes,
like
so the fridge is going to be
cutlery
here, and then the microwave will be in here, cutlery, and then at the bottom crockery will be at the bottom there.
Great.
And then, would you like to?
Yes, please. Oh, this is so nice. You know what really makes it special is the lights. The light fittings are just like top notch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I actually just love it. And then look at even like the soaps and everything and the stones.
Yeah, so the stones so that we can have that holiday spa feel. The soaps are locally made. I actually bought the soap from a bazaar yesterday.
It smells so nice.
And the candle is also locally made. In fact, my son and daughter had the candle designed for me, you know, with a scent that they felt sort of exuded me. It was actually a birthday gift that they had created. So that was locally made. And this vase is locally made from broken bottles.
Okay.
And I even chose this as a partition door because the jealousy door effect again reminded me of the seaside. And then I distressed the wood to give it that kind of
and then you've got
weathered.
this sort of like sea here as well.
Exactly.
So it's all coming together.
Yeah, the idea that, you know, you can be just transported to a different space.
Wow, you've done such a great job. Can I see the outside space?
Yes.
That when we saw it the other day, it was just basically concrete. I'm looking forward to seeing it today.
Come this way.
And the stones as well, there's the stones there and then the stones inside, so it's like that inside, outside sort of
exactly. You've got it, the continuity concept. Now you don't have to walk on the
cool.
stepping stones, but...
Oh my gosh, nice. So nice. I would have never imagined that it could come together that quickly. And you've even managed to cover like the AC unit and everything. You're actually like Superwoman. I don't know how you managed to get people to work this fast. Where did you pick up the plants?
Most of the plants are from the garden.
Oh, your own garden?
From this garden.
Oh, and here's this seat as well. I'm almost like, how can it be finished?
Okay, so the seat is a bit high. So I just put that in for now, but I'm actually going to lower it and make it just 1 inch instead of 4 inches, so it's the right height to sit. And also you can relax, lie down and with a book and recline as well.
I feel like it's probably the right height for me because I'm tall.
Yes,
but maybe for other people it might not be the right
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, and these hanging plants as well.
Yes, they were on the other side of the garden. I've just been, you know, sort of, let me take this from here. I think a couple are even from the living room and the bedroom.
And then when you sit here, all you can see is green, basically. I guess that was the idea.
That's exactly the idea. And in fact, I even extended the garden field by letting the garden sort of go beyond this point. So when you're sitting here, that bit, the entrance bit, feels like part of this space.
I'm sure people are going to watch this and think, I want you to make my place. So I'm sure like people can check out your details in the description below if you are thinking that, because I feel like I'm thinking that now. When I build, I would love you to come and like decorate my house.
I would be delighted.
Oh, thanks.
So consider it done.
Oh, thanks.
When
so
you're
much.
ready, you and Sean, just give me a ring.
Amazing. I'm so
You're
excited.
booked.
Great. So when will this be up on Airbnb?
It'll be up, it'll be available from the middle of the month, and I plan to put it up in the next few days, but I need just to make sure that everything is up and running, so I'll put it up, but it will actually be available to book from the middle of the month.
So once this goes up, the link as well for this Airbnb will be below, and people can book away and stay here in this nice, calm retreat setting. You know, there's all the greenery around. Because that's one thing that people complain of. When I show properties, they're like, there's no plants or anything. But you've managed to show that in a small space, you can actually put a lot of plants here.
Yeah. I mean, you can have it a little bit more minimalist, a little bit more, you know, not so crowded. But I wanted that sort of instant burst and infusion of color, of green, to make it feel more like a retreat or oasis. That's the idea, that it should feel like a retreat.
Well, thanks so much for having me back, and I am just amazed at what you've managed to do here, and hopefully when you build more of these, I'll be able to come back again and maybe see the whole process from the build to the end stages as well. So thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell so you're notified every time I make an upload, and see you later. Bye.
Bye.